guys, work is kind of like brain rot in a way. Reason I say that, so over the weekend, just for context, I've been working two jobs for over a month now. Maybe like a month and a week if I remember correctly. Just to pay off debt, that sort of thing, when I get in a good financial spot. But gosh, man, so since I started that job, I haven't had a single day off. So, I got a full-time job and I got a part-time job. So on my days off from the full-time job, I'm working the part-time. If I open up at the full-time job, I'm closing the part-time, that sort of thing. Just kind of whenever I can fit it in. So it's been a lot of just running back and forth, closing at one, opening at the next, just a lot of just go, 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 just trying to make as much money as possible. And, we finally get to this past weekend. I finally had Saturday and Sunday off. Now, this is coming off, I think, Thursday, I want to say I opened at one of the jobs, closed at one of the jobs. Then Friday I opened and then closed again. So I came off, a bunch of hours. I was ready to just, get home and hang out. I've been looking forward to this weekend, forever. And I was like, whoa, I didn't get scheduled either job. I even kind of ran through my head, maybe I could pick up hours at one of the jobs over the weekend too. And, we had other stuff going on. So it was just kind of whatever, don't do that. Which was fine. I was looking forward to it. I was like, finally, I have a couple days where I don't have to do anything at all. Dude, when I tell you, I come home this past weekend, and I don't want to say that I wanted to go to work, but when, I'm actually at home, I'm doing, playing games or whatever, just partaking in hobbies, watching TV, stuff that I wanted to do all week. And I'm sitting here just itching, man. Like my mind's still racing. I'm thinking about work, and it's not that I particularly like the jobs. The one's okay. It's just part-time. It is what it is. Literally hate the full-time job. And I'm sitting here at home itching, almost to the point where I want to go in and work. And it lives rent-free to a certain point. And it's not like I'm super worried about the money. The money's okay right now. We're getting stuff done. I just hit a milestone, paid off a credit card, which is awesome. And I'm going to try to save a bunch of money right now. Everything else 0% interest, so it doesn't really matter. But it's I'm sitting at home, and it's just sitting there rent free in my head, almost as if I'm not doing anything productive. And I keep trying to rationalize it in my brain all weekend. I'm you just worked a whole bunch, first day off in over a month at this point. You deserve to just sit down and just chill for a couple days. Don't stress about it. And I don't know if just in this modern world where everything's just so crazy these days that it's just being bored is just the worst thing ever, or everything just goes so quick, and you got your brain rot, scrolling on shorts, reels, TikTok, that sort of thing. But I was gonna lose my mind, man. I'm sitting here, and it's almost making me almost sick, just being at home and not out working. And maybe if I went out and window shopped, or went on a hike or something like that. But maybe if I got onto the house more, it might have been better. But I feel even at that point, I'd still be thinking about work. And I don't know, man. It just sucks. Brain rot's a strong word, but it's about the only thing I can compare it to. I didn't used to feel like this. My last job, I would go home and, I was cool just sitting at home gaming, that sort of thing, just doing whatever. And it wasn't a problem, and I was making less over there, so the money was even tighter. Which is another thing, the money was objectively tighter back then. But I feel in my head, I'm almost broker than ever with two jobs. Now, granted, I've been throwing money at credit cards as much as I can. But even then, even without that, there's some weeks where I just can't. I just have to penny pinch for the whole week. Just hold on to the money, and by the end of the week, it's all gone. And it's shoot, I need to get my next paycheck. So that's kind of crazy too. It's thinking over the last 6 years that I've been working, and I started out making $8.85 at my first job. Now I'm making almost 21 at the one job, and making 12 plus tips at the other one. So it's it's not bad at all. And I feel I've picked up different bills, and I'm still an idiot, but I was more of an idiot back then, and I racked up credit cards, that sort of thing. So there's that too. And obviously that stuff's going to add up over time, but I feel like maybe there's like, it's lifestyle creep maybe, but I feel like I try to be more frugal these days, um, compared to back then when I just buy whatever I want. But I feel like financial situation really hasn't changed all that much. Sorry, I'm getting a bit on a tangent here, but I just wanted to kind of rant in front of the microphone for a little bit. If this is something you guys experience too, let me know. And if there's a way you guys have found to get around it, let me know too. I wouldn't mind just sitting at home and being okay with it. But apparently, in our brain rot world that we live in, that's just not okay anymore. So, yeah. See you guys next time.